We are doing something a little bit different today. YouTube has a new feature which is called Go Live Together, and we're testing this out. This is my good friend Devis. Those in the TCL chat, you guys know who Devis is. And
Hi, everybody.
yeah, Devis, say what's up, man. I've never really done a conversational like sort of live stream, and again, we might have technical difficulties, maybe not. First time we're trying it out, and this is a very new tool for YouTube as well. But we got a very hot topic that we want to discuss, and I figured having a conversational style will be much better. Now, hopefully we could get this live stream shared out to people in the chats, and we'll get going. So let's just wait for people to join. Maybe Thomas could, you want to tell Thomas to share this, Dev? Let me know my audio is okay. We are vertical, so, I'm not really used to going live on vertical. We do got some people joining right now.
It's gonna be
guys, so we want to discuss. Yeah, Dev, we want to really discuss about this Pulsechain situation that's happening. It seems as though a lot of people are like, oh, yo, bro, when is it going to go live? Is it ever going to go live? Just when you think it's going to go live, it doesn't go live. What is really going on here, right? So, what's up, Amira? Thank you for joining. Do you guys see us okay, right, first of all? And do you hear us okay? Let us know before we start this. Am I in the frame properly, or do you just see me cut off from here? Because that's how I see it. Dev says pretty much I'm in the full frame, though.
Yeah, no, on my end, I see you perfectly. I see you left and right on the screen, so it's working perfectly.
Cool. Oh, okay on both. All right, cool. Good stuff. All right, so let's get right to it, man. Yeah, so Dev.
Definitely. It's gonna be it's gonna be a hot topic. It seems like that Pulsechain is taking not longer, but much longer than expected, and we are arriving at the number 4.
Testnet 4, bro. It's like V4, and then what? We're gonna go to like V8, like a sports car.
Yeah,
no, I'm joking.
That's a good model.
That's a good model, eh? It's going to go to this V8 fucking sports cars. I swear to God. Okay, so listen, I got to be honest here, bro. And like, I'm always honest with people, man. Straight the fuck up. I'm always honest. And I got to be very honest here. There's something that's happening that's not really going according to plan, okay? Let's just actually ask the question out loud. I am thinking out loud. There's something going on that is not really sinking in according to plan. What is that? I don't know. There was a guy that left me a comment saying that I don't know about all this shit, but something about, the community and the officials are coming after them, subpoenaing people. He has to delay it, and, he's very, anxious of going live for X, Y, and Z reasons and legality. I don't know about all that shit, bro. But you tell me, what are you thinking, bro? Because this is what the noise is being made out there. A lot of people are saying this. What's up, AL? I see you, man. Wisher, how you doing, man? Thank you for always contributing. Go ahead, Dev. Go ahead.
Yeah. So first of all, hi everybody. I mean, it's a little bit, we have many different perspectives here. Let's say that, the biggest issues that has been made is that Pulsechain has been launched as a fork of the Binance chain in the beginning, and then as the fork happened, and then things change, and then the V3 basically becomes
the fork of Binance chain. The fork of Binance chain.
Well, he was using the validator of Binance, which they had some flaws, if I'm not mistaken. But this doesn't matter, because once they launched the V3, it became the V1. Because, V2 was supposed to go after V2 mainnet the second week of May last year. And then, we know what happened. The second week of May probably is going to become the second week of May 2023. But what I'm saying is that the V3 is, in my opinion, is not a V3, it's a V1, because has been basically rebuilt everything from scratch. And it appeared that they have some issues about validators and the percentage of that the earnings.
So and do smash the like buttons, guys, and share this. So what are you trying to tell me right now is it's warranted, it's needed. There's reasons on why he needs a V4. Look, I'm not the most technically sound guy when it comes to this sort of stuff, but I don't know if, it's really common to see V4, V5. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not really that common, right? You see V1, V2, V3, sure. anything past that is something like subject to questioning, right? So I don't know. Now, obviously, look, I gotta repeat this, right? And I like just like how we talk in our Telegram calls every day, Dave. Like this is what this is. It's like, bro, I like. Well, how do I put this, man? I feel as though there's a lot more going on. All right, I just gotta say that there's a lot more going on, right? And all of these other like questions about like is he like is there some sort of authorities up under his ass? I don't know, but
Well,
these
one thing,
the moment
one
these
thing we
delays
know.
happen,
One thing
yeah,
we know for sure, he has a lot of pressure that he created by himself, by shilling off, by flexing, by saying that, also the shilling the hacks that has been always half time until now. So he can't fuck it up here. He doesn't have this margin of having
yeah,
any delay
yeah,
or
yeah,
any
yeah, 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 yeah,
any
yeah,
any
yeah,
any
yeah.
sort of issues when
But
the
yeah,
mainnet is gonna go.
that pressure is self-inflicted though. That's from like
Yeah,
sitting down in front of your camera and fucking talking all shit about all these other blockchains, right? Why yours is the best, why Hex is the best. And this is the thing. Richard
absolutely.
Hard better reinforce his blockchain and make it impenetrable for hacks because I'm telling you, he created a lot of enemies that would love to hack his fucking blockchain or do some sort of harm to it in a way that should not happen. Now, I would say this, he created a lot of enemies, bro, because of that. Right? So maybe he's a little bit anxious about that. Hey, look, I don't feel comfortable going live with this because I don't think it's as safe as possible from potential attacks. And there's people waiting, like just fucking other blockchains or whatever it is. You know how dirty crypto is, bro. It's a dog eat dog world. Take down the competition by any means, especially if you're boastful, especially if you're arrogant. You're going to have a target on your back. Now, if you fucking go live, dog, and this pulse chain gets taken, exploited in any way, shape, or form, how does that make Richard Hart look?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
He will, he will go from, listen, he will go from the king of the hill to the laugh to the fucking clown of crypto if that happens. So maybe one is led to believe, well, you know what? This is why he's taking his fucking time because he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want that to ever happen. If it comes to that, he's going to be the same fuckers who love him are going to be the same fuckers who hate him. Put it like that.
Oh, no, absolutely, and even more in cryptocurrency, we know how people are emotional and how things can turn very quickly. So, as I say before, it doesn't have any margin of error. So, in investor perspective, it's good that he's looking for the maximum security as possible. But we need to be honest as well that we are inside. When we did sacrifice 2 years ago, 2 years, almost 2 years.
Almost two
So
years.
you know there is a lot of question. I mean, yes, so far so good on what Richard Hart has been built, has been spotless on that. But again, there is a lot of money involved. There is billions of dollars involved in a project that was supposed to launch, let's be honest, already a
Yeah.
year ago, and it's not. So we are now, and again, just to finish, I believe this V4 is just gonna be for the validator. I think that 99% is gonna be already is ready, but they just need to fix this inflation of the validators to actually allow themselves to earn more percentage and to actually burn more on Pulsechain. But this is what we know. This is what we are told.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Richard Hart, when he was doing the sacrifice phase, do you believe, right? Because everybody knows my perspective, but do you believe that how a lot of people were more inclined to accept that how this was going to be going live much sooner than later? But like this,
Well,
when you sacrifice, Dev, how much did you sacrifice money wise?
uh, 20.
Okay, good. So $20.
Yeah, $20. I am
So you
above
didn't,
above the above
so
the 10, above the 10.
so you're fucking you did two $10 fucking deposits like the majority of the people. Okay, cool. No, I'm joking. You did,
Pulsechain and PulseX. Pulsechain and
so
PulseX.
you
I
did
see.
20K, right? You did 20K. If you knew that how this was going to be 2 years later, still talking about when Pulsechain launch, would you put in 20K?
Uh,
Be
Probably
honest.
no,
Don't
probably
fucking
not.
lie.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
lying. No, probably
'Cause
not.
I know you're
Also
a
because
fanboy. I know you're a fanboy. I know you're a fanboy.
I'm not a fanboy. No, absolutely. No, I'm honest. I
That
probably would
was
not.
convincing.
Like probably 95% of the people would have not. If they wouldn't
Yeah.
say that, you have to wait 2 years and maybe, we're going to have something. Probably not. I mean, it's easy to say right now, yeah, no, everything is good because we are near, or at least we hope that we are near. But 2 years time is like I ask you a question. If you have a project that they come to you and they say, okay, you have this project, we're gonna do this, but you need to wait 2 years in
Yeah,
crypto. Are you
exactly.
do it?
That's a long
Are you
fucking
invested?
time. That's a long fucking
A
time.
lot of
What's
things
up,
can
guys?
happen. A lot of things can happen in 2 years, even more in crypto. So I don't know.
No, exactly. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. We'll get to the live chat shortly. Somebody said we'll be good, we'll be good. But I think it comes to a certain point where, yes, I agree, we'll be good. I already made a video on that saying that how I think like the delay is okay because, in the bear market, this is a time for him to shine and to go live and whatever it is. But, I mean, like, we got to be honest here, guys. And I know you can't say that, well, how could it be delayed if there was never a actual official date? Nobody says there was an actual official date, but look at the last tweet now about V3 and mainnet could launch anytime now. You know what I mean? That's where it's kind of like, okay, how do you take this guy serious in what he says now in terms of tweets? You know what I mean? And I'll be the first one to say like, sure, we'll be great, but now it's time for asking these questions start to surface when these expectations of like these tweets turns out to be something else. Like you're telling me we could go live any minute now, but let's do a V4. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
you
there is
don't
also
tell
there
people,
is also no.
you don't say mainnet could go live and then V4. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
you have also another speculation. It's like, if you look the chart of Hex, at the starting point that they start to actually talk about the updated Pulsechain, Hex start to rise, right? And then
Yeah,
more near there was, Hex actually pop off, like make four, 5 Hex almost.
yeah,
So now, there is also this speculation. It is doing this to actually, tickle a little bit the people, the investors, so the people, they FOMO in and get into the X, and they say it's going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
the snapshot, because at the end the snapshot is the fork, and it's
Well,
going to be
look
the
what
main.
happened. Look what happened when he did that. Hex pumped, and when he did this, now V4. Look what happened to Hex. Hex
Yep.
went down, bro. Hex is at, I don't know what it is now. What's Hex price right now? Somebody who's watching this live chat, live stream rather, in the live chat.
Wait,
Do
let me
smash the
check.
like buttons, guys. We're going to get to a particular question here. I want to ask Dev his take on this. This is a particular topic that's going to be very interesting. Okay, so do
Yeah,
pay
so
attention.
Hex is at
6 cents, damn, bro.
0.068. Yeah.
I'll tell you something right now. Either way, Hex ERC20 will dump. I'll tell you why. Ooh, don't say that about my bags. I'm sorry, but I just speak off of common sense here. Now, I'll tell you something right now. Why Hex ERC20 will dump? Okay. Well, not only because of this sort of like, let's call it delayed news. I don't want to say it's negative news, but this sort of news that takes, people's spirits away. Let's just say that how if the Pulsechain was to go live, let's just say his last tweet wasn't, oh, we need a V4. Let's just say his last tweet was, we are live right now on mainnet. What do you think is going to happen to Hex ERC? You think it's going to pump? It's going to fucking dump. Because people want the PRC copies of Hex, right? And then they're going to see the ERC go down. So it's almost like, it's off to the races. Who can fucking sell their ERC20 Hex first? And I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm sure people. Yeah, go ahead.
there is also another variant that you need to consider, because so you have the speculator that they actually play this on the launch of the mainnet. So you buy Hex, you wait that the mainnet is gonna arrive, and then it's pumping, and then you risk that it's gonna dump on you. So you have that variables, but they also a lot of people that they speculate. Well, I'm gonna buy X now. I'm gonna get the copy on the other hand because I know the copy is gonna be valuable,
Yeah,
because you
yeah,
rich or
for
hard,
sure.
what do you
Yeah,
want? You want to have all in this ecosystem. It doesn't want to have anything else on the other side.
yeah,
Although,
yeah.
ERC20 is I think is gonna dump big time, but it's gonna pick it up a little bit, but not
It'll
as
carry
much as
over.
people
It'll
might
carry.
think.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. So like it's still not all that terrible because when you get the ERC20 Hex, and let's just say out of nowhere he says, yo, mainnet is live. Well, we
Yep.
know the Hex ERC20, it's almost going to be abandoned to a certain degree over time. I don't know about fully abandoned, but it's not going to be as much interest into that version of Hex as it is to the actual PRC20,
Yep.
okay? Like that's just
Yep.
what's going to happen. Now, from there, you can still say you're safe because you got the copies. If you put into 10K into Hex ERC, you're going to roughly get about that same 10K on the fucking PRC side, right? So it's not like it was a total loss, but the ERC20 side of it is, it's like, yo, you could actually kind of almost double your money if you sell the ERC20 in time after the snapshot. See what I'm saying? Because everybody
Yeah.
is going to be like, yo, okay, well, let me get rid of ERC20, Hex.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there is a lot of people, trying to be the genius here. So it's a very risky game, but it is quite safe because we're speaking about X, Richard Hart, so we know that he is carrying these precious coins like diamonds. So the copies on Pulsechain, the pHex is going to be valuable, and you have also people that maybe they don't sacrifice, so they actually speculate to buy a hex, get the copy, and they buy inside to Pulse or PulseX. So you also have that option that you will have a value that is much more greater than any other copies. Therefore, you might have a greater chance to actually have a good,
Yeah,
a good how you say. You're gonna have a good conversion when you're gonna buy Pulsechain or PulseX, more Pulsechain, because Pulsechain is 1/3 of the sacrifices. So we have a lot of less people that they didn't sacrifice
yeah.
Pulsechain. So I suppose that Pulsechain is gonna have a much more influx of cash instead of PulseX. PulseX, in my opinion, is gonna dump in the beginning, big time, probably a level of sacrifice rate,
I know.
because
I know
lots
why
of
you say
people.
that. You're watching. You're watching my videos. I know. I okay.
Yeah,
Listen.
I'm putting the chapters on your videos.
Yeah, you're watching it. You're dissecting it. So Dev does take care of my
Exactly.
chapters for me. Okay. So moving on to the next topic here. Okay. And this is something that I want to speak about because why? It's called Francis Dune Uncensored. This is why we speak about all different distinctive topics, whether that's positive, negative, neutral, whatever it is. If it's something that crossed your mind and you're too afraid to talk about it, I ain't afraid to talk about it, and I will talk about this. And this particular question has been surfacing now. A lot of people are talking about you know, these are the DMs I'm getting, and I'm seeing this in comment sections as well. Okay, so it's not coming from me. Do smash a like button. So some people are saying, "Hey guys, I think Richard Hart's a little bit afraid to go live with this project, and this is why he's delaying because of the legality side of it, like the way he did the sacrifice, the donation, the freedom of speech, and say all these things." And look. I gotta tell you guys something right now. Collecting what was it, almost $2 billion without KYC. Okay, this is the fact of the matter, and I'm talking from the eyes of the government officials and all these alphabetical agencies that we all don't really respect so much. Now, in their eyes, all they see is there is a large sum of money collected with no KYC. Now, we could sit here, we could stand here, we could debate that how look, it was a donation, it was a sacrifice, or it was a freedom of speech of what you were donating this for. Sure, I agree. That was all done in that legal way. He even had the guy come on or whatever, the dude that they were donating the money to. All that shit is legit. But I gotta tell you something. The corrupt system that we live in does not give a fuck about all of that shit. What they give a fuck about is, are you bypassing what they place in law to get what you want in another way, trying to be a smart aleck? Are you trying to be cute here? Are you trying to be cheeky here? Are you trying to bypass the laws and think you're fucking smart? Do you know how many people that they wanted to make an example out of, and they just convicted them, even though those people were fucking innocent, and put them in jail? Time and time and time again. Listen, when it comes to taxes, I gotta be dead honest with y'all. When it comes to taxes, they'll put a guy who evaded taxes in fucking jail before they put a fucking molester or a murderer in jail. Okay? Now, so this is when people come and ask these things. It's legitimate, you know, things in their head that they're asking themselves that could be a situation. Now, is this going to happen? I don't fucking know. I don't think so. But what I am saying though is, doesn't matter if it was done legally. It doesn't matter if Richard Hart did it right in donating. They don't give a fuck about that. You collected $1.7 billion. It's a large sum of money with no KYC. That's all they give a fuck about. And they could fucking do something if they wanted to. And just bend the laws and bend the fucking rules of what is governing their fucking, in Congress or whatever the fuck, wherever the laws reside, in their favor, and still fuck you over. If they put it like this, if they want to get you, they'll fucking come and get you, bro. No matter if it was done legally or illegal. That's the thing. So I mean, like, again, I don't know.
You
These are the
know,
things that people are asking.
one thing is for sure: when there's involved, these these
Buddy,
guys, they always like, oh my god, they're on top of they will find the reason to actually come. So I think that Richard Hart is in a country where legislation are quite okay with
yeah.
him on his
What
end,
country is that?
but
What country is that, do you think? What country is that?
it can be Liechtenstein, it can be Switzerland, it can be, I think,
Yeah,
around Europe
yeah, yeah, yeah,
somewhere, those
yeah.
countries. And I think for sure he's not gonna go back anytime soon to America. That's 100% guarantee. I mean, I think the last time that he was there is because his mother had some issues, but that's I think it's gonna be one of the last times that he's gonna go there. And
Yeah.
you know, it's billions we're talking about. We're not talking about millions. So
No,
you know, I know we invested
bro,
and we
it has to
sacrificed.
be.
Sorry, no, we
Listen,
sacrificed of freedom of speech and freedom of movement. So that's
yeah,
the disclaimer that can go, you know, against legals, and they say, listen, they just donated.
buddy,
They donated because they
buddy,
believe in freedom of speech.
buddy. Listen, I've seen projects, I've seen people abide by the law, claim all their taxes, do KYC, conducted every way they should handle their business, and still get fucking screwed. So what I'm trying to
Absolutely,
say is,
absolutely.
what I'm trying to say is, don't matter if you did it legally or illegally. What matters is if they got a hard on for you. If they got a hard on for you, they're coming after your fucking ass. Especially if you're arrogant and you're flossing and you're going in like if you're invincible. That's all I'm fucking saying. History has proven this to us. Look at Andrew
No,
Tate. Andrew Tate right now is a controversial guy. We all know he likes to help young men out. And his message is at the end of the road, after all this hard work, and you make yourself the best person you could possibly be, and you give value out to everyone, the end message is these are the things you could get. All those Bugattis, all these things. They want to throw him in jail because his influence is too fucking strong. I truly don't believe that guy did anything illegal, but they could
no,
just. My
but
point is, but
what
my
he
point
did,
is,
he influenced the children
my
of
point
this.
is, hold on, chill. My point is this: don't matter if you did it illegal or not. What matters is if they want to fucking make you into an example, and if they got a hard on for you, and if you're flamboyant and these things, they don't really help your situation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. This is not
No,
even
no, of
opinion. This is
course.
how the world works. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the reason that we are in crypto. One of the reasons that is also, you know, to actually get out of that of that matrix that we're talking about. But again, you know, we are speaking about a lot of money. We are speaking about a lot of things, a lot of pressure that is around surrounding the ecosystem. And we just hope that it's going to launch, is going to be decentralized as much as possible, which, you know, it appeared to be, which all these validators that is going to be taking place, thousand and thousand and thousand. So even if something happened after, the product is out there, it's on blockchain, so it's not going to be stopped. It's not going to be, it's going to happen something on that regard. What
Yeah.
has the possibility that you have is if something happened before. But again,
What I would say is this. To that whole notion of like, let's just say the wrong eyes is on Richard Hart on Pulsechain or whatever, right? For argument's sake, let's say this. I think it's far worse if he doesn't go live. Oh, sorry, it's far worse if he doesn't go live, and then these officials who are watching him waiting to make their move, says something, because why? Then he collected all his money and he has none to show for it. He never really had a blockchain to show for it, right? So it's far worse in that regard. But if he was to go live, what other people are saying, that how he doesn't want to launch because eyes is on him. But I think it's far worse if you collected that kind of money and you don't have nothing to show for it. You didn't deliver in terms of this blockchain, right? That's far worse than going live with an actual blockchain that does the things that you were, leading up to this 2 years that you said you were going to do. That makes you look far better. If I was SEC, if I was government officials, I'm like, okay, well, this guy can't be, a fraudster or whatever these people are trying to make him out to look like, because he actually delivered a blockchain. Now, if you look at both sides of the coin there, you go live with a blockchain, you don't go live with a blockchain. Either way, it goes back to what I said. If they got a hard on for you, if they see you getting rich too fucking fast and they ain't getting a cut of that somehow, or you got Americans involved, don't matter if it was illegal or not, they're going to fucking paint a picture, bro, of something else and come after you.
But here is another question. This is a question for you. Let's say Pulsechain is going to go live, right? And something happened to Richard Hart. He's going to get arrested or whatever. What will it take to the Pulsechain ecosystem, in your opinion?
Listen. Okay, that's a good question. I'll say this. God fucking forbids anything happens to Richard Hart, because I believe Richard Hart is legit. I believe we need more guys like Richard Hart. I believe his mentality
100%.
is, but like this, if everybody had his mentality in terms of how this cryptocurrency economy works and what, like, all those Celsius and all of that garbage I was out there, if everybody was talking about that, Bitcoin right now would be like around fucking 65, 80K, because we all want to be brainwashed into bullshit, into FTX and all this crap. Imagine if everybody was talking the shit Richard Hart was saying, we would be so much more safer, and myself too, for certain things, right? I never talked about FTX, I never talked about Celsius, I never talked about Luna, but other tubers did. So I want to get that out of the way. Now, I would say this. And the exact question is what if something was to happen to him for whatever
Yep.
reason and he
Yep.
was to
Yep.
be
Yep.
off the scene right
Yep.
now?
Yep. Well,
So
no, no,
before,
no, 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 no,
well,
not right now. I would just say, let's say next month, Pulsechain is gonna launch. You know, everything is working good,
okay,
and then something happened to
okay,
Richard
good
Hart.
question. So the main thing is Pulsechain goes live. Now, whatever happens after that, the market could decide. However, without Richard Hart being around, don't expect much from Pulsechain if it's live, because he is the one who's spearheading this. He is the one giving it momentum. And I get it. People could argue, well, yo, the blockchain's live. We could build apps and we could do our thing. Sure, but that's like every other blockchain out there. What really makes this blockchain different is because you got a warrior behind it. Right, you got a leader behind it. You got a guy like Richard Hart behind it. The only reason why most of us are investing into Pulsechain is because of who?
They reached our
If
ego.
Pulse, if Pulsechain was okay, let's say if Joe Blow, fucking the other average fucking CEO geek who's a nerd, was talking about Pulsechain, would you guys even give a fuck to invest? There's so many of those blockchains out there. No,
Well,
you guys care because Richard Hart is behind it. So I would say this: if something was to ever happen to him, and God forbid that ever comes to fruition, Pulsechain will, because it doesn't
yeah,
have the man. It
but
doesn't
again,
have the big head of the monster. The head of the
I
monster is fucking shot
but
up the body.
but but wait, let me flip it. So we have everybody know that the OA, there's always this speculation about the OA. If something happened to him, people would say, well, the OA now is secure. We don't need to be worried about that. So we're gonna have that advantages. So 90% of the supply on both
Yeah.
on
That's
Hex and
fine.
Pulsechain,
That's fine. That's fine.
they
Yeah,
couldn't
all of that
react
is
like,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it is also a
sure, sure.
variant. They could say, well, Richard Hart is not anymore around, so automatically that wallet is gonna be like the Satoshi Nakamoto wallet. That this is gonna
Well,
be
I think
you know
it should already be like that, anyways.
yeah,
Even
it
if he's
should.
around or
I
not.
know.
It should,
Yeah, of course. I
so
know, I know, I know.
you know what I
But
mean? You know what
I'm
I mean?
talking about the people that they have this speculation that is holding all
Oh,
this
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
amount
yeah, 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 yeah.
of supply and stuff like that. So
Sure. I mean, like, look, from an ethical standpoint, if something was to happen and you're looking at the token economics, well, that wall is lost forever. Unless maybe he told, like, I don't know, somebody he really trusts about it. I don't know. Let's just say that's not
no,
the case. Listen. You need a Richard Hart's presence, bro, to make this thing to go to where we think it could go. Right? That's a huge part of this. Okay, you cannot freaking underestimate that. Okay, you need his presence here. You just do. You need him to go onto these shows. You need him to go onto these panels. You need him to do his thing, what he does. You need him to capture audiences' attention and retention. And then from there, people get educated the correct way from him himself, the horse's mouth. Without him, I'm telling you, bro, it's not going to be the same. Okay,
no, I'm agree with
expect your
you with
gains to
this.
dramatically decrease. Over time if he's not around. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm agree. Also because in the past 2 years from when you create X, launched Hex, if you look the image of Richard Hart right now, it's much different. Around the public is much different. Why? Because we have to give credit to this guy. He called it a lot of things that failed it and go busted
Yeah,
a long time before that they did. So
yeah,
people that they was calling in a scam, they was saying that he was a bad person, that he was a shady person, whatever you want to call it.
yeah.
And to be honest, if you show him to the first person that doesn't know him, you show a video when he was chilling with all these flexing, you say, "Well, this is a scammer." That's the first thing that when you talk. But when you know
Yeah.
the story that has been behind and everything that happened, well, you don't have an argument against him. You don't.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah. Dude, I remember when Richard Hart, like before he was doing Hex and he was like doing this like self-help videos,
Yeah.
and he got his and he was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so different. His voice and his face
Yeah.
and his hair, what forget how he looks. His demeanor was so different. He was like humble, and then one day he woke up, he's like, "Yo, fuck being humble. I don't get you nowhere. I'm gonna fucking tell people like it is, to the point. I don't care if it hurts their feelings, if it's the facts, if it's the truth, that's all that matters." And then he went ham, bro, and all these fucking like Bitcoin futures trader guys, and came out with Hex, and he was like public enemy number one, and now he's pretty much like the hero of to certain people in the space, right? How that
Yeah,
narrative
but that come
flips.
with a price. That come with a price. Being a hero in crypto and being the so claimed perfect person, it come with a lot of pressure. So now you have
Absolutely.
no margin of error. You cannot fuck up anything. You have to have a flawless product that come out and is gonna be flawless. Because let's be honest, it's not next generation of blockchain. It's nothing special. I mean, yes, it's gonna take off the load of Ethereum, but
Yeah.
it's not that is the next invention of something. So what we will have a product that should work perfectly with no margin of error, with no hacks, with no disruption, and up 100% uptime, because that's his shilling
A lot of
spot right there.
a lot of people are saying too. It's like and I might be one of them. It crossed my mind. Did he put too much pressure on himself, and he's afraid to go live now because just in case he's not fully fucking impenetrable
Well,
from
I,
threats?
let me tell you one thing that I feel it, that he would never have thought that it would have taken that this much time.
Yeah,
He say yes, software is hard, blah 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 blah. But in his opinion, he in himself he wanted to launch it already a long time ago, but he could.
of course, of
He
course.
couldn't. So he is in a
Why?
position
But
now
why?
that
Why
now
couldn't? Why
now he
couldn't? Why couldn't? That's the
well
discussion here.
Well, why couldn't? They was building in something different than they're building right now. Now, don't ask me the technological way, but it's a completely different fork now. We're forked the complete state of Ethereum, and before it was also working with different validator and stuff like that. So now we have this new validators, which still they need to be forked. That's why we have a V4, because there was not earning anything. And he when he started to actually tweet, this is your last warning, V3 anytime soon, or it can come at any time. Well, then is again another pressure, and then maybe the dev will
Yeah,
say, well, listen, here it's not working, and now you have to fork V4. So
yeah.
how are you going to turn it? You're going to turn it as funny. It's going to be C4. We're going to go V4, and let's
We're
hope
gonna
that
we're gonna
this is the
we're gonna go to V8 like this fucking sports cars. V8 fucking is what we're going to. V8 engines. But
yeah.
listen, I'd love to hear what you guys what you guys think about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Delay or V4, whatever you want to call it. The V4 is another way of saying delay, right? So you guys let me know. Let me know in the live chat. We're gonna come to the live chat right now and see what you guys are saying. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Let us know. Okay, and here I come. Just smash the like button. Alil says okay. It's all okay. Parvern says. What else we got here? Smash the like button. Wisher says. Big Kim, yo, the master planner Dev. Respect. Oh yeah, Dev is here, man. Dev is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, Dev's having a conversation with us today. P. Amira says that was the original plan. Moved to ETH2.0 after merge last year. Exactly. So this is what it comes down to, right? If you really if you really look at all of the let's call it milestones or expected timelines that one was led to believe. Dev, you want to talk about ETH 2.0? What happened to that? What did Richard Hart say exactly? We want to beat ETH 2.0. We want to merge with it, or what was it?
Well, one of the selling point was actually beating the A 2.0, because the
Did they
selling
beat it?
point was
Did they
also,
beat it? Did they beat ETH 2.0?
well, did they? No, of
maybe,
course not.
maybe it could be Shanghai.
No,
The Shanghai
no,
upgrade. Maybe it's Shanghai. He meant Shanghai.
yeah, the Shanghai, which is gonna happen in what is it, 4 days? No, I think the selling point
No,
that it
no,
was
no,
also
no,
it
no,
was
no.
it
Listen,
was
listen. No, V4. V4 is going to be Shanghai. Go on.
no way, no way, no way,
Joking. Go
no
on.
way.
Go on.
No,
Go on.
no,
Go on. Go on.
we are not even
I'm
betting
being
that.
ready.
But the selling point was also that Pulsechain is energy efficient, which now Ethereum after the fork, the 2.0, it has become energy efficient, so it doesn't have the same consumption
You gotta love
inflation.
Richard Hart, eh? You gotta love Richard Hart. You know why? Where was he talking about energy efficiency fucking back in the day? Before it became a problem for SEC and all these people, and then he had to use that to back up his argument. You know what
Well, he's a
I mean?
genius. He's a genius. You know how to write. How to write his own. His own vision in a
Playbook,
way.
his own playbook.
His
His
own
own fucking
playbook, yes,
playbook.
but like many other people, it's just that he has. You have to give credit. I mean, he raised billions in a donation way, not even in
Yeah,
expectation, because we should not
yeah,
have any expectation
yeah,
work of others,
yeah,
right? So when
yeah,
we
yeah,
put the
yeah.
money, theoretically, we should not.
Hey, time
We
out,
just
time out, time out, time out, time out. We should have any expectations of gains off of other people's work. However, not to be mistaken with no expectations of no product. No, that it's not that. There is massive expectations for a blockchain, but you
Of
cannot
course.
technically have massive expectations to make gains off of other people's work. Is what that meant. Okay, not to be mistaken with give me 1.7 billion dollars and don't expect nothing. No, we expect a fucking blockchain, but we don't expect to make 1,000, 10,000x is what he's trying to say. Legally,
Let's
that's
be,
how it works.
yeah, but let's be honest. He put it down those lines just for taxes reason. That's also why
Of
Pulsechain and PulseX
course,
is going to start at zero.
of
It's not going to have any
course.
value
You know
because
what one of
otherwise,
the biggest red flags is? This is one of the biggest red flags, and this is why I kind of give Richard Hart a pass for this. If a founder, CEO, director, co-founder, whatever it is only talking about price, I'm talking about their charts, chances are they're a scam. Okay? A director, a founder should never sit in front of a fucking camera and try to convince about his price going up. That's a big fucking red flag from investing. Let me give you
yeah.
10 founders. I'll give you 10 projects of 10 founders that did that. Where are they today? See ya. Go on, but I will give Richard Hart a pass because he's a little bit different. He's like, like I got a good bullshit meter. I could tell if someone's a fucking fraudster or not, and I know he's not. I think he likes to flex, and like what I said, he tried the humble route before with the self-help books, and then one day he woke up, he said, "You fuck being humble. I'm gonna be this guy. I'm gonna be me," and that's what he's doing right now. So, but yeah, a founder should never be talking about fucking price going up, bro. That's a big fucking red flag.
No,
I
I
think it's
should
actually
not.
a, yeah.
But then again, you have Vitalik that is all at the top, and we can have different conversation about these topics. I mean, again, he should not, but he never did nothing wrong.
No,
He was facing
it's not
paper.
even that. I think it's like it's some law. It's illegal actually.
Yeah, no, no,
It actually
yeah,
is. It's some law, something like that is what I mean.
yeah, probably.
Legally, let's just say a guy who has a stock, a CEO, whatever, owner of a company that's publicly traded, he can never try to influence his fucking price by talking about it. It's some law behind it. That's all I'm saying. But I don't give a fuck about that shit. Do what you
No, no,
gotta do,
no.
bro.
I mean, we have experience. We are in crypto for what 7 years. So we can categorize the people that they are shitting, the founder that they just pump in the price, so they're talking about the price,
Yeah,
and we see the result after that. So we compare to that.
yeah,
Now we have another blockchain, another product that is uptime, 100% uptime, never happened nothing, never get hacked, never get anything, and it did damn big returns from the bottom, and we cannot argue that. So at the end of the day, we can have both sides. You can have nothing to attack him because nothing has been done wrong. Now he's building this product. He has delay, but a big but. I prefer delays than to have, I don't know, Solana that is staring up every month is stalling
sure.
because they have problems, or any other fuckery that is happening. So yeah, I think it's getting a little bit in extreme line. I think after before we have to go we have to.
I would
We
say
have to go.
this. I would counter that with this, and I'm playing a little bit of devil's advocate here. Okay, sure, yeah. The last thing anybody wants, especially us and the community and investors into Pulsechain, is the last thing we need to see is this thing goes live and there's issues as it's live on the mainnet. So I'm all for delays to fix them. However, the point is this: you seem, and I'm talking about Richard Hart, you seem a little bit unsure of yourself. When you say V3, expect mainnet anytime soon. And then, oh guys, let's do a V4. That's all I'm saying,
No, no,
right?
no. Of
Nobody
course,
could, nobody
that's
could
Intel. That's
refute that.
Intel.
You,
That's
you
Intel.
can't
That's he.
discredit that. Hold on, my
Yeah,
point is
no,
this:
no.
you can't discredit that you're getting everybody highly anticipated for a mainnet from your own words, and then all of a sudden you have to backpedal and say, well, we need a V4 because of this and that. Oh, we're going to beat ETH 2.0. Oh, well, let's not talk about that anymore. So like like the shit that you're saying isn't really adding up in reality. That's all, right?
No, no, no.
So
I know. But again, it's always easy. I mean, we build project. We're building project. We know how hard it is, even if they're not that complex. So we have always
sure.
to give credit to the people that actually build complex things.
So what are you
Although it's
trying to say
or
then? What are you trying to say then? If he meant all those things, his judgment is off. He doesn't have good judgment then with
well,
developing.
clearly doesn't have the knowledge of developers. He doesn't have that. He doesn't. He
No,
doesn't understand
I mean,
coding.
sure. I don't. Most of us don't, but we got money to pay
Yeah.
developers. What I'm saying is, for him to be led to believe that they could beat ETH 2.0, for him to be led to believe that We don't need another
No.
V fucking V whatever after V3. Mainnet can go live
Well,
every time right now, and then the days goes by, and then we see a different story play out.
well,
That's the
what I'm
judgment I'm
saying,
talking about.
yeah, but what I'm saying here and what I'm seeing is like the communication with the developers is not that great as it was, or maybe he had developers that it was not as skills as it was supposed to be, and he had others after that they say, hey guys, you cannot launch that because if you do that, you're gonna probably get fucked. So
I guess it's good marketing. I guess it's good marketing at the end of the day, right? It's good
well,
marketing.
yeah, but you cannot argue that. You cannot argue
It's
that.
like no, it's like tell gullible people that can be influenced easily what they want to hear, so you could get as much money as you want to invest, and then mislead them to the truth. What do I mean by
Yeah.
that? Mislead them to the truth. You mislead them by saying, okay, we're going to beat the 2.0, okay, we're going to go live in a minute now. Never happens, but then you actually deliver on that on a later date. That's my terminology I made up. It's very cool, very smart and innovative, I think. I'll mislead you to the truth. How about that?
Yeah, maybe yes. There is also a lot of people that they say is
That's some
timing the
Socrates
market.
shit, bro. That's some Socrates shit right there. Philosophy. Go
Yeah.
on.
No, there is also a lot of people that they say, well, it's timing the market, it's timing the market. I don't believe it's timing the market. Why? Because first of all, Pulsechain and
No,
PulseX are going to launch
I
at
don't believe
zero.
so.
So it doesn't
That's
go down
bullshit.
to zero. So it doesn't
That's
time the
bullshit.
market. Because yes, we have to be now in perspective, retrospective, we have to be, glad that it didn't launch it because the
We'll get
past
back to the
12
live
months has
chat
been.
soon, guys. Do smash the like button and ask us some questions. We'll get back to the live chat. Sorry, Dev. Go ahead.
No problem. I'm saying we must also to be glad that it didn't launch it because the past 12 months has not been great. I mean, the market and FTX and Celsius and Terra Luna and all this shit
No,
that happened.
that's why.
You
That's
know,
why he should go live. That's why he should
yeah,
go live to show
yeah.
everybody, to show
No,
everybody. I don't care about the bear market.
but
Or
it's
I'm not
also
trying to.
what you say a few live stream back. When in the bear market you can shine, it's much more easy to shine and have the
Yeah,
attention on you. Because in the bull
yeah,
market, everything is mooning. But if you have a
yeah,
product, do you remember the days of Digitex, the token? Do you remember?
yeah, yeah,
That it was the only
yeah,
one that actually did 100x on the bear market. No, but you do remember?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
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 but
yeah.
that's
Of course I do.
easy to actually spot out on a bear market because
Yeah,
it's the same as developers. It's the same finding
bro.
new people to work with it. On a bull market, it's super difficult because everything is booming, everything is busy, and
But let me tell
everybody
you something.
has.
Let me tell you something right now. Okay, so first my point is this. You go live in a bear market, you stand out more. More eyes are on you. Not much things are making money right now in the bear market. You go live, even if you do a 10x, you're going to get eyes on you. You do it 20, it's just going to grow and grow, and you stand out. You
Yeah,
get more, potential investors, what have you. Okay? Also, guys, look. That what's it, the OA wallet, whatever the fuck it is, that wallet has all of those tokens in there, bro. Let me tell you something right now. Okay, he could control the market, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, he could control the market. Well, with the millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars that was collected, along with that fucking wallet, at some point, both of those worlds are going to have to collide and meet. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
So,
This is
Hex, Hex, time out. Hex is a protege of that systematical way of things, of what I'm talking about, of what Pulse is going to evolve
yeah,
into
but
as well.
so here we have Hex. We have an example of a product that reached the heart. Okay, it didn't fuck up, didn't get hacked. It's still there. The OA is still there. So the people, what they did, well, even if you have this OA, there is this hoax about the OA. Well, supposedly he make money even without touching this OA, right? Well, he gets like millions on investment from Pulsechain and PulseX. So people was more entitled to actually invest in PulseX and Pulsechain because even if he's controlling, as people they say he's controlling the OA, they say, well, nothing happened there. It did 10,000x. Well, I might also invest here because I don't care about the OA even if he's holding. I'm even happy because one person controlling or one person or an entity or whatever you want to call it is controlling 90%. Well, that's 90% of out of the circulation until
Sure,
something is not happening.
sure. But let me tell you, this transition, what's going to happen with that OA of ERC20? I guess that's going to be copied over to Hex anyways. So that will be
Yeah,
the whole that's a new OA, right, of X on the
yeah,
PRC side. Now look, I gotta say this, right? You guys probably heard the same things, similar things, but there's a lot of people out there, that claim they could prove it. That what was happening with Hex and the price there was being, manipulated the price, right, in terms of trading it. So, there's always going to be somebody saying something, and apparently people could prove it. Apparently when he was on Big Boy's channel doing the fucking Pulsechain the sacrifice, oh look, there's $1 million coming in. Somebody sacrificed $1 million. Somebody fucking tracked it back to the wallet. So to me, I don't care about that stuff. I find it comical. I find it's very humorous to me and entertaining. That's how I see it. A lot of people see it in a more, sinister way of its manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So if it's manipulation, let's just say for argument's sake that that was the case, that Hex was, that's not me. People saying it's wash traded to the point where he mooned so much. Okay, because he could, hold all of these tokens in this wallet. Then he could collect the money, and then now you have literally, majority of the supply on each side, right? On the trading pool or whatever. Let's just say make multiple wallets, and then you can wash trade it. If that was the case, then what are we really talking about here with Richard Hart that he did with Hex? Because I think the reason why Richard Hart gets a lot of credit is because of what he has done, which is Hex. Now, if we just like said, okay, if that was the case where it was manipulated, then what are we really talking about?
No, for sure. But it's not only about what he did for Hex. It's also about the warning that he gave to the people. About the money on exchanges, about the FTX, about Celsius, about Terra Luna. So he gained a lot of respect because of those things.
You have to talk shit about everything else to make you look good. And then, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of other things you probably talked shit about that never happened. Right?
Yeah,
but those ones highlighted, right? Yeah. I'm just saying.
That's true, yeah. But it's been he in the beginning, in the early days, I mean, I don't think there was many YouTubers. I know a YouTuber that he was actually talking about him. I don't remember who. A bald guy that is in front of me. I think it was him.
Bro,
so, but you remember the hate that he was around him? I mean, everybody was like, "You're a scammer. You are gonna scam everybody. You're gonna scam everybody. Nothing happened. And instead, hey, guys,
who came with a running jump kick at the back? What the? To Sonny the Cream, me. Okay, let's get to the live chat. Do smash the like buttons, guys, if you're enjoying the content. This conversation about this potential V4, aka delay of Pulsechain. So Fab says, yo, the big ballers on the live stream, eh? Yo, what's up, Caribbean luxury villas? That is Justin in Antigua. How you doing, bro? Big shout out to Justin Antigua. He was my real estate agent down there. Too bad shit didn't work out. I pretty much got fucking scammed, but it's all good. What else we got here? P Amira. That was the original plan. Move to ETH 2.0. Exactly. Why Spanky, how you doing, Spanky? When Pulsechain, sir? Spanky. Looks like you gotta wait a little bit longer, sir. That's all we'll say. And who knows? Maybe we might go into like 2024 and be talking about this fucking topic still.
Well, I hope not. So that would be extreme.
Okay, so Frap says, to be honest, I think everything is already 99.99% in place for Pulsechain to launch. He's just trying to time the bull market, and his documentary with the launch. I don't believe he's trying to time any fucking thing, bro. If that's the case, then let's wait till 2025. If we're trying to time the bull market.
Exactly.
Are you going to wait till 2025? No, it's not that.
But he already stated many times, it's not timing the market. But why? A token that is launching at 0 is not going to go below 0, because Pulsechain and PulseX, by law, they're starting by 0. Not by the rating price that you pay or the sacrifice that you pay. It's going to start by 0. So it's going to go down below 0? No, it's not. It's just going to...
There's more to it. There's more to it than what meets the eye, that's for sure. And, we can always just have these discussions and speculate or try to make sense out of it to figure out what's happening. But, guys, things aren't really going according to plan, okay? They're not.
Sure. Software is hard.
It's a good thing to identify and to recognize before you go live. Okay, it will be a bad thing if you went live and then you just realize these things now.
Imagine if it was going live 2 weeks ago, and now we are here with a stock blockchain that has been paused because it's validator problem. So it would have been better.
Exactly my point.
It would be worse. So
exactly my point. So yeah, no, Frap, I don't believe he's trying to time the market. No way, bro. No, especially when he went with Hex. He went live in a bear market with Hex. He don't give a fuck about that. Come on, bro.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's even better. Again, as I say, it's so much better. Even if we're already in 1.5 years in the bear market. It's not going to last. One day is going to finish this bear market. And I think we are already in the tail end of this bear market. Probably, yes, maybe 1 year until the big bump. But now there's no point to time the market. What do you want to time?
Yeah.
Yes, there is Mount Gods coming out. There is other hack token Bitcoin that is being released on the market. Maybe they're gonna dump. There is the Shangai upgrade. That is the stakers from Ethereum. They're gonna have actual their stakes in liquidity. So there is a lot of voices that they're gonna dump on the market on Ethereum.
Time out. Why do they call it Shanghai?
You tell me.
I don't know. It got to do something with China, bro. Has to be.
Why they didn't call Hong Kong?
Are they getting all the miners? Are they getting all the miners in China off of it or something that live in Shanghai? I don't fucking know. They want a
Well,
proof of stake or some
yeah.
shit.
So yeah, Shanghai. So the stakers, they're gonna have the full liquidity of the stakes. So they're gonna have the
Cool.
title to actually sell it. So, but we don't know
Okay.
the mechanic. There's gonna be probably time. It's not gonna be everybody at the same point is gonna dump. But yeah, there is that option as well.
Okay, so what do we got here? Will be golden. Best shot says, of course. Okay, best shot also says Pulse will be severely attacked, so it has to be insanely secure. Exactly. Yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure. And
I'm agree.
I think that how yeah, like guys, look, the last thing that he needs is to give these potential people who don't want to see Pulsechain thrive and be successful an opportunity to do that. So I believe that's the reason on why these extensions or delays are taking place is because he wants to be certain without a shadow of a doubt that every angle is covered in terms of exploitation, hacks, bugs, etc., because it will make him look horribly bad. It will make him look horribly bad if his own shit actually falls. The same things that he talked about other blockchains and other whatever out there that has problems and exploits, and it happened. If that happens to Pulsechain, wow, who
Yeah.
the fucking pie's in your face now, right? So yeah.
No, but also us as investors, sacrificers. I mean, we can stay here and complain as much as we want, but if it was launched like 2 weeks ago and we would have a problem, we would it's gonna hurt not just our bags, but the whole ecosystem and everything. So our investment is just gonna go to trash because we know when something happened to actually chain that we have ahead of this chain, this guy that is have so many eyes on him, and if this chain is gonna happen something, the amplification of the FUD and everything is going to be so much more than any other chain that ever been launched as a layer one. So this is
Um,
it's really need to be rock solid, like really impenetrable. So we need
you're a
to be
fucking
patient with
fanboy.
that.
You're a fan. You're a fucking fanboy. You're a fucking fanboy, bro. I'm just look at them. They're like, but I am, yeah. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Best says SEC is coming around crypto hard, so it is a legitimate concern. Yeah, no, for sure, right? Like for me, I like to weigh out all the different things out there that's circulating in the air or whatever, and that's definitely one of them. So something to be
Yeah,
discussed about, right?
I'm just sometimes I'm asking myself when the SEC did something good to the retails ever.
Exactly. They don't give a fuck about retailers, bro. They care about their friends and their corporations
I
and
know,
themselves.
I know, but that's
The-
why to
what
me that says so much.
what they do is this: they try to make it like if we need them for us to be safe, so we need to give up our freedoms and our independence to them, so they make the decisions for us to be safe. But yet we're fucking in debt as a fucking global fucking economy. Never mind as just as nations. We can look at American, Canada, whatever. Fiat system, we're all fucking in debt by how many trillions? So we cannot put faith and trust and independence into you to make our decisions to make us feel safe. As a matter of fact, we were far much more safer back in the day before the government was, the ones making decisions for our well-being. I'm talking about like in the fucking whatever 17th century or whatever the fuck it was. You know what I'm saying? Before they had this like embodiment that made these decisions, we were far more safer back then than we are today. Okay, so I
Of
totally
course.
agree. They use that, they weaponize it. They weaponize safety and put it into their arsenal to unload on us, is what they do. Because like again, it's not in my opinion. Go look at how much we're in debt. That's their decisions. And when they say that how inflation is too high, well, we gotta jack up fucking mortgage rates. Who does that affect? The poor people like us. So it's like if I was to rob a bank and then I took the money and I ran down the street and I go to eat at a restaurant with the money and the cop that was called for the robbery sees me. And he walks by and he taps me on the back and says, "Hey, man, enjoy your steak. You'll learn next time. Don't worry." You know what I'm saying? They're not really going after the right people, like all of these banks that fucking collapse. The real issue is them as well. If you're the ones making the decisions on when to print money, who to give it to, how to pay off our debts, but yet we get more in debt, how is that the people's fucking problem or fault that have to suffer for the consequence of high interest rates? It makes no sense.
Yeah, but that
There's
happened.
never
What happened?
accountability or consequence to the real perpetrators.
But this is exactly what happened. At the end of the day, what is gonna hurt is gonna hurt the middle class and the poor people. It's not gonna hurt the rich people. Never, or at least even the government. I mean, the government is not your friend for sure. You can switch it, turn it, do whatever you want. They're not there for you. They're there for their own plan and the whole, the whole system that they're building up. And again, they say the system is not working, but I think the system is working perfectly because everything is going to shit. Is going to their plan, So.
No, for sure. I know Crypro wanted to have a discussion with me one time. He said on the live, we could probably do that. So he didn't say on the live chat today. He said this in the past. So Frap says, isn't that people will try to exchange their Pulsechain and PulseX for pHex? pHex will be one of the will be one of the top with most liquidity volume on Pulsechain. Yeah, I agree. I agree to that. Obviously, Pulsechain, PulseX.
Wait. No, I think there is more probability that people actually swap PulseX to Pulsechain. Because we had a lot of less sacrifice.
What he's saying is that how one of the biggest liquidity pools would be a pHex on like a Pulsechain or a PulseX or something.
Oh, yeah.
It would be. It would be.
Yeah.
110%. Okay, so let's carry on. What else we got here? Like a boss, Biscott says. Appreciate the honesty, Nate says. Is delayed again. Yeah, I guess. I guess so. It is. Because nobody was expecting another V4. Obviously, people would say, how could it be delayed if there was no date announced? But come on, guys. Stop fucking thinking around. Stop being an idiot. It's fucking been extended, okay? Straight up. So,
yeah. No, definitely. I mean, at least what's, we are looking because we have only the access about social media and Twitter. And so he's using Twitter much more often right now. Finally, he's activating his, he changes from flexing to actually be humble, it seems like. But yeah,
maybe it didn't work as much as he thought. He thought he was going to get like over 1 million subs and all this shit, and it didn't fucking work out. And it comes to the point where it's like, okay, well, fuck, let me stop this, and then flip the switch.
I mean, we can tell many things. I mean, yes, maybe it didn't grow as much as we wanted. But still, I think there is a good ecosystem. I mean, let's be honest, we never see a layer one launching with so many, project building on it, so much community, so much.
But I don't think that was from his. I don't think that was from his Louis Vuitton fucking masquerade.
No, absolutely. But on a perspective,
let's admit, Richard Hart loves fucking attention. Okay, that was great. That was marketing, but to also get a lot of attention. Come on. Like, was it even like good marketing? I don't think so, because I mean, fuck, you should have 1 million fucking followers on Twitter, on fucking YouTube if that's the case. But apparently nobody really gave a fuck about it as much as he thought it would have. And I get it, like people fucking. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he's also a hard personality to actually.
He just likes Louis Vuitton. I got some Louis Vuitton shit too. I'm just saying, I like it.
But it's not that. It's like if I show to some random people that they don't know Richard Hart. I show them, and they're like, "What the fuck? Are you trusting this guy?" It's hard. It is hard. You cannot lie to yourself. It's hard. It's not, as much as it did good for crypto and everything. I mean, it's not easy to actually trust and follow him and give credit about when he's right. It's not easy. It's not.
I'm a little bit confused there. I'm a little bit confused there. Clear it up for me. Are you saying what a lot of people saw him doing this Louis Vuitton thing, and then what happened? What was their reaction? They liked it or they didn't like it?
No. Well, let's say, okay, I have a person by my side. He's not into crypto. You never see him, and we're watching the live stream with the chandelier and the millions watchers rotating by himself. When I show them these, doesn't matter what come out of his mouth. The first impact is not like, oh, I like this guy. It's like,
right.
So
yeah. It's just weird. It's too much. It's too much, right? Yeah, I guess could have been.
No,
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying it's too much, but as a first impact, is not. He doesn't have that.
I think that was a good way to feel fucking good that you collected $1.7 billion and you want to go fucking flaunt it, and that was that. Marketing my ass. That wasn't good marketing because it didn't really get to get that far where you should have been. That's what I would say about that. It is what it is.
Yeah. But again, I prefer to have, let's say, okay, it doesn't have many millions, but I prefer that people actually using the chain and they're actually developing things, because as you say many times, you can have the best layer, you can have layer one.
Yeah. So Nate says something interesting. So what about when he says you gave it to him and we shouldn't have expectations? What's your opinion for that pivot? Yeah. So again, not to be mistaken with expectations of there being an actual product being deployed. Right? But expectations of gains is what he meant. And he's saying that to cover his ass too. Okay? He's saying that to cover his ass illegally. Obviously, come on, bro. You go look at fucking, you put in Pulsechain, the first fucking 5 videos, you're probably going to see the thumbnail, 10,000x, 1,000x. There's more expectations on this blockchain than any other blockchain in history.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
don't tell me people don't have expectations, because motherfuckers do have expectations. But what Richard was alluding to is don't have expectations of gains, but we do have expectations for fucking a blockchain.
No,
So
of
that's what
course.
that's what I'm
And
discussing here.
and again, I don't recall, if I'm mistaken, please somebody comment. I don't recall a layer one launching with so many projects and so much attention. You know, I just watched the other day. There is this 16,000 video on YouTube covering Pulsechain. I don't think there is so many, coverage
Well,
in
that's my
any other
point.
layers.
Well,
So
so why are they
yes, yeah,
talking? Yeah, so why are they talking about Pulsechain? Because of Richard Hart.
of course,
Not
because of
because
the Richard Art.
Pulsechain's
But
great,
no, no,
because of Richard
why?
Hart.
Why? Because he designed something that he did 10,000x. So of course, then people have expectation. You know
That's
that
what
the
I
next
mean.
product that is going to build is going to do exactly the same things because also him. He didn't maybe say directly, but he say, well, the things that they design normally they go up in value. you know, so it's going to be
Yeah.
interesting for sure. It's going to be interesting.
Uh,
Although I would not expect anything from the get go. As I say, there is everybody has access to the liquidity. There's been 2 years of waiting time. Bear market, people has financial problems and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of selling. But after that, people have patience.
Crack was laughing. Hey, V12 Lambo. We're gonna have a V12. Because I was like we're gonna go from V4 to V fucking 8, like a sports
Yeah, we're gonna
cars.
ha- we're gonna we're gonna have a party at V100. We're gonna have a party there.
Yeah. Okay, so we got someone here. Superior says Pulse is going to work, and it's going to work big time. Each community is going to eventually side with Pulse Watch. All right, yeah. I mean, I'm all for that. No proper delays. Let them iterate. I agree. Rather iterate now than go live and do it right. So Igar says, is there will be possibility of fiat off ramp or to cash? I guess that's what they're talking about. Some DeFi fucking thing. Everything like most of these elements and components of this blockchain is very like first of its kind, sounds futuristic, sounds like if we are like 20 years or 15 years into the future for blockchain technology. When you talk about like cloning the whole liquidity pool and having these two things, maybe that could happen. I don't know. When you talk about this other notion of the harvesting too, and the DeFi off ramp, like I don't know how that's possible. How are you gonna have a DeFi off ramp, bro? When it comes to
Well,
off ramp, it's
you,
physical cash, and
when
when
you're
you
dealing,
do
yeah, exactly.
paper, when you deal with paper money, it involves a bank or a person. So I don't know how DeFi could be placed
Yeah.
into that. When DeFi
Well,
means you replace people with software and code. So I don't know.
mhm.
I don't know. All of
Well,
these things sounds good, but
I think the first easy way to cash out from the ecosystem of Pulsechain is gonna be when the bridge is gonna open. So you're gonna bridge inside
yeah, the
the
bridge.
Ethereum, and you're gonna bridge inside the stable coins. But I'm very interested and very curious what is gonna happen before, because many people, I don't know, they're gonna FOMO, they're gonna do some action, they're gonna maybe swap on the stable coin that doesn't have value, because every copy that you have on Pulsechain, they don't have value. The stable coin that you have maybe is gonna have something, but most likely they are zero. So people,
Hey
I'm
guys,
very
guys,
curious
guys.
what is going to
So,
happen
so
before.
somebody says they likes Dev's point of view. I'm like, okay, guys, don't forget to subscribe to Dev. Okay, he got 3 subscribers right now. I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
joking.
just gonna open
All good.
my new channel.
Yeah.
Called the Crypto Lifestyle by Dave.
Yeah, yeah. Kryper says even if Pulse launches and encounters faults, look at Solana, an absolute shit product. I agree.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
always down, yet it
absolutely.
still has a mad amount of X's. That's all that matters is about
It's
money. It
true.
can make investors. No, absolutely, it's true, dude. Even if it fucking has flaws and it's like buggy as fuck, and let's just say it's slow as shit, but it makes fucking gains. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
He just gives a
I
shit about the
know.
money.
They will say
It's
it's
true.
great. Of
It's true.
course,
It's true.
of
That's what I
course.
mean.
And,
It's
and
all about the
I mean,
X's.
no, exactly. But you mentioned already many times. You can have the best product, and there is best product that what we have, and they are on the top market cap. But they don't have traction. They don't have they don't have a community, because let's be honest, you need to have a community to actually drive the price. Otherwise, who's gonna fucking buy your token? Who's gonna buy
Yeah.
who's gonna interact with your ecosystem if you don't have
So
any people building? So that's why
yeah,
I'm positive on the ecosystem, because there is a lot of attention, and there is a lot of apparently a lot of people that are building on it. So that's normally it equal to price appreciation.
One more thing here that sorry, Soul Pair says he hasn't talked about price lately, only for Hex, which is fair game in my opinion. Fair enough. I think part of that is because now you collected a lot of money. Don't be talking about price. And this is why his whole, the toot of his horn kind of like changed to don't expect expectations from this one, off of other people's work. So he's playing his cards right, so it is what it is. If I was in similar circumstances, I'll be tooting that same horn right there. Okay, so what else we got here? So Pulse will moon, PulseX will moon, Hex will moon. Cool. Give it a couple of years
Let's
for
do it.
$1. I don't really get into exact prices and such. I don't really give it like this is just me.
What?
I never really get exact prices, but I would just say it will be profitable. To next levels. I
Yeah,
believe because I believe.
if you have patience,
For
because
sure. Come on,
don't
bro. You waited
don't
2 years already. What's another fucking 2 or 3?
yeah, exactly,
Come on, bro.
exactly. But
This is preparing you to be patient. Okay?
yeah,
It's like boot camp. It's patient boot camp. Okay? Wait for
exactly,
it to go live. And when it goes live, you know how long 2 years really feels like to wait for substantial gains. It's all good.
yeah,
It's
exactly,
preparation.
exactly. And again, I don't think people they are really willing to sell it at the bottom when they're waiting already 2 years. I mean, I would not. I mean, you wait 2 years, you see the price, and maybe he's gonna touch the sacrifice price, and you're gonna sell it. You wait already 2 years. Let's at least let give at least the chance to
Michael
play it out.
Michael says, I think he is timing the market. He just cannot say that he's timing the market. No, I don't think so. We
Okay.
already discussed that. What else we got here? Digitex, my guy. Adam was sued last
Yeah,
year. See what I'm
it was.
saying?
Yeah,
Adam was
yeah, but
sued last
he
year, he
played
says.
like so shitty. He didn't play like he played really badly.
Okay, so one here from Paul. Yeah, what Richard Hart did is paint a target on his back. He has no clue how powerful the guys that took out Do Kwon and a few others. Richard Hart the same sort of disaster. I would say this. You know how Terra didn't work. You could say it was a fraud, it was a scam, whatever. It was, maybe it was, right? I don't know for certain, but I would, if I had a gun to my head, I'd say it was. But that got successful to the point of where like he was all over these different channels. The amount of gains he made for people, right, as well, although it turned out to be a fraud, people still made money. Is the type of attention that's happening right here with Pulse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Richard Hart really wants Pulse to do 10,000x because it's going to draw the attention to from the wrong people, which is these government alphabetical agencies. You know,
Yeah,
so you wanted to do good, but not too good, or else you're going to draw the wrong attention. But hey, look, that's all we got for y'all today, Dev. Very
yeah,
good conversation here.
absolutely.
We
It
might be
was a
doing a
pleasure
little bit more
staying
of
with you
these
guys.
types. Yeah,
Yeah,
we might be doing a lot more of these types since YouTube has this new feature of going live with other
it was
people.
a good test.
Um, Yeah, it was a good test. So thank you guys so much for joining, and let us know in the comment section if you're watching the replay.
Thank you,
What do you
guys.
think? Why is this really being delayed?
Yeah.
All right. Till then, you're on your own, peeps.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye bye.
Later.